Hi, my name is Tom Locke. I'm president of TMF, and I want to thank you for visiting with us. I also want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do as we seek to be good stewards of the God-inspired potential that is within each of us. A few years ago, TMF set out to discover our core values and our core purpose. And what we found was this, that our core values are these: servanthood, competence, and integrity. Now for us, servanthood means that the starting point in our relationship with you is not what are you going to do for us, but rather what can we do for you. Our question of you is always, what can we do for you, without the expectation of what we will receive in return. The second of our core values, competence, means that we have the expectation of ourselves to be as competent as we can possibly be in our provision of ministries and services to you, and certainly we intend to be as competent a provider as any other option that is available to you. The third of our core values, integrity, is simply talking about knowing and following through on that which is right, even if it puts us at a competitive disadvantage. The core purpose that we discovered for ourselves was to empower the church in the achievement of her God-appointed missions. The starting point of our business model is actually the notion that God didn't create all this and then turn around and leave us behind, and that part of God's continuing engagement with us is that God has an imagination for the ways in which the world can be, the ways in which we individually can be, our churches, our denomination, our communities, whatever unit you want to think about, and that each of us has the duty, but also the opportunity to help bring about that world that God desires, that world of God's imagination. Now, we also believe in that the church stands taller than anyone else in terms of its potential to help bring about that world of God's imagination. The resources that the church needs in order to live into that potential are at least these. One is having access to the tangible resources, the buildings, the money, the places, the things that are necessary for ministry to occur. Now, this relates back to those ministries that TMF has historically been involved with: provision of loans, places for investment, help with fundraising, grants, helping individuals and families discern their philanthropic impulses, those causes that are most important to them that they might like to support through some sort of a legacy gift. These are the core services of TMF and things that we continually work to improve upon. The second area has to do with leadership, and that is leadership at both the clergy level and also among our laity, in terms of helping to create a vision that is so compelling that it simply cannot be denied. And then once that vision has been created, to help the congregation live into the potential of that vision and to overcome barriers that might be present toward accomplishing that vision. The third area has to do with hoping that the question is always being asked within our congregation of what is it that God is asking of us and how do we go about accomplishing that. We like to think of that as accomplishing God-appointed missions as opposed to preserving self-appointed preferences. Once again, our question to you is, what can we do for you as we together go about stewarding this God-inspired potential that is all around us? How can we help you? Thank you.